Well, the country was emotionally united. The country was united in horror and grief, and there was a very strong level of support for what we had to do, but it was complicated politically because there were pockets of resistance, and particularly, but not only on my side of politics.
Because of the decision that I have taken,
I think what aided the outcome was that it happened just after there'd been a change of government. My government had won the election only weeks earlier with a very big majority, and we had an enormous amount of authority as a result. And it was a terrible disaster. It was the largest single death toll from such an event at the hands of an individual ever. And it wasn't just the largest ever for Australia, but for any country in the world. And understandably, the public wanted something done. They would have been intensely disappointed, to say the least, if we hadn't have done something.
Has the National Firearm Agreement achieved what it set out to do?
Well, the goal was to prohibit the possession of automatic and semi-automatic weapons, and that's been achieved. We had a gun buyback. We took hundreds of thousands of guns out of the community, and the evidence since, according to any rigorous examination, is that there have been no mass shootings since then, and that the country is a much safer place.
How do you feel about some states chipping away at the NFA? And there are some examples such as bans on silencers being overturned, or children as young as 12 being allowed at a shooting range?
Well, I don't think there have been any major erosion. Hasn't been any major erosion. There's been a little bit of, I suppose, activity at the edges, but if there were any serious attempt by any state to water down the laws, there'd be a big public outcry. Well, there's always a risk of going backwards if there's no legislative will to resist going backwards. But I think there's a very strong determination on the part of both the Coalition and the Labor Party at a national level and also at a state level not to weaken our laws, and that is a good thing, and I hope that attitude continues into the future.